Our society has shifted. We don't live on the same street with our family or down the street from our grandparents. And that makes it very difficult in our busy, hectic lives to check in on people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And then you've got your favorite, fish fillet.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Now, what's going on with your hearing aid? Just placing her hearing aid in her ear securely so it doesn't fall out.
Helps me with many things. Helps me with many, many things.
Do you need anything today? Light bulbs or thermostat?
I am in this condition due to a fall. I fell about 3 years ago on the stairs and I hit my head.
Probably the biggest stress point that we may have as children, as brothers, as sisters, is worrying about someone far away. One of the things that Meals on Wheels programs bring is the notion that someone is checking.
It is not an exaggeration to say the drivers have made the difference between life and death for some of our clients.
Drivers are really the eyes and ears for these clients. We're their contact to the outside world. Food services is our primary goal, nutrition, but the wellness check is absolutely just as important.
Meals on Wheels is the largest provider of nutrition and supportive services for homebound seniors in San Francisco. We're providing them 14 meals a week. We're providing them a friendly visit every day when the food is delivered and a safety check. And we're backing that up with nutritionists, with social workers, and with volunteers. We really are an agency that keeps people safe, that keeps people from being lonely and isolated.
Client that I may talk to every day, even if it's just small talk, and that pattern stops, the client appears a little more withdrawn, maybe a little depressed. These are things that I communicate back to the social worker.
Hey, it's Christy. Hi, I'm almost there. We don't walk into the home of any of our seniors assuming that we know what's going on, that we know what's best for them. We walk into every door with a really sincere desire to get to know our senior and what they think they need to make their lives better. Do you have that yet?
It's not cancer, it's emphysema.
People are living longer, but their quality of life is not necessarily better. And how long have you had the rheumatoid arthritis?
Oh, since 1971.
Woo!
Almost 71% of Meals on Wheels clients live on $850 a month of income or less.
Say you were to go back into the hospital for another surgery.
How could you live on $850 a month, pay your rent, pay for your extra cost of medication, even toothpaste?
There's a hope as a younger person that if you work really hard your whole life, that you can really provide for yourself without issue. And that's just not the case. So I have a client that was a very successful businessman. It was almost overnight that this person not only lost financial independence, but a lot of cognitive functioning as well. So you had never had a seizure before?
No.
This was the first time?
I have never been sick in my life.
After meeting him, you can imagine where you could very easily find yourself in the same situation. Call me if you need anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes the social worker will identify that clients would be a good candidate for a volunteer match.
Well, I'm proud to say I'm 73 years old. I noticed that it was getting harder for me to go out in the streets independently about 15 years ago. So we're going to go out the back door, you
Yeah,
said?
we're going to go out the back door.
Okay.
And we'll go.
I don't go out that much, but when Julie comes to visit, we might go shopping and run errands. So those are things that I cannot do independently.
When a volunteer enters a senior's life, and particularly a senior that's been isolated, ignored, pretty much dismissed, a senior, through the attention and the sincere interest of the volunteer, really rediscovers their own interests.
My thing was modern dancing, and my counselor said, well, what about tap dancing? I thought about that. Tap dancing has a lot to do with the sound.
Yeah. I mean, they find their voice again.
You know, when I used to watch Carol Burnett, sometimes she'd do those little dances.
That can impact their physical and mental health tremendously.
Meals on Wheels has been very great about letting you know that they're there for you if you need help, not telling you what to do. Definitely helps me to stay in my home and be as independent as I can be.
We're all getting older and moving to a phase in life where we will face challenges. Every time I walk away, I take that with me and try to bring that into my life.
I ask for help for things that I can't do, and I don't feel bad anymore doing that. Once I did, but I don't feel bad anymore because we all have to rely on one another.
The number of seniors who are 85 plus will double by 2030 in this city. And it is not a very far stretch to think, what is it going to be like for me to be 80 and living here with the challenges of finances? So many people don't understand that while there's a safety net, it's not sufficient. I hope that what we can do is start having a healthy dialogue about how to create better communities to age in. Make it easier for people to stay in their homes, make it easier for programs like Meals on Wheels to exist, and if we can do that, I think we can stem the crisis. We can make sure someone's safe, and then we can make sure they have supports, and that we apply the knowledge we have to making their life better.